to my Trommel video. I noticed there's not many of these videos on YouTube, so I figure I'll make my own, mainly because my design is different than the other ones that I've seen. So come on closer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The ones I've seen on YouTube before, they were cool, but one, for example, was really low to the ground. It was long, it was horizontally fixed, so the rocks didn't go down the tunnel. So my main purpose was I want the rocks to go on the lawnmower trailer, and I want the dirt to go somewhere where I can move it around easily, like a wheelbarrow. So I measure the height of the wheelbarrow, measure the height with the wheels of the drum, and that's my design. Dirt falls into the wheelbarrow, rocks go into the trailer, or have a little ramp down there where the rocks can go away from the machine. So if you come closer, basic design, as I've seen on other YouTube videos, to give you guys props, I used 3 mountain bike rims. They're 26-inch rims, but note, if you do build one, when you pick out your rims, make sure they're all the same circumference, because one of the first rims that I bought was actually a 1/2 inch bigger on the inside. What that does is it's going to create a gap in here, or whichever side you choose, and you're not going to be able to tightly secure the rim against the netting. So I went out, bought another rim, and it worked. Another difference of my design, Another difference in my design is I made the caster wheels fit inside the groove of the rim. This way I don't need any type of stoppage through L brackets or some other stuff that I've seen out there. So these are Harbor Freight wheels, inexpensive. I believe they were $5 each. I have 6 of them total. It holds the wheel in place. It is a little hard to get into in the beginning, but that's why I have these adjustability nuts, so I can put them all the way down, on all 4 bottoms. Once the rim's in place, I can easily adjust the wheels so they're nice and tight in there, and the drum doesn't move around. As you can see based on the holes in my frame, I messed up a few times, but trial and error. And honestly, I didn't really measure and take time to blueprint it out. I just kind of, like I said, I went by the size of the wheelbarrow, the total size of the rim, plus a few more inches to accommodate the wheels, and the rim fit. The lawnmower chute here, the reason why the lawnmower is sideways, or the cart sideways, so as you can see in my other clips, the lawnmower is backed into the trommel, but the way the trommel spins, the rocks tend always to come over on this side. So by putting it sideways, I have more room for exit, and I don't have to sit here and move rocks around. Another aspect, the motor. The motor is encased in that plastic box, so I can leave it outside all the time and not worry about electrical shorts. It's a standard 2-inch pulley guide, or slow down by a 5-inch pulley to another 2-inch pulley that goes around the rim. On the other videos that I've seen on YouTube, one of the pulleys was a 10-inch pulley, and I have no idea where this person found it, because I searched eBay, I searched Amazon, I searched Google, McMaster Car. I just could not find a 10-inch pulley. So I gave it a try. I did a 5-inch pulley that I acquired at Tractor Supply, and it actually works. It spins a little fast, but it's not super fast. The motor, I got lucky. It was $25 on Facebook Marketplace. I got 2 motors with a mechanism for the pulley system to reduce the gearing. Got it for $25. The box is held with an eye hook with some wing nuts, so it's easy to open it. And this is what I got lucky with. This came with a motor. It was part of a wheel polisher from the 1930s, I'm assuming. The motor is a 6 horsepower GE motor. The other one's a 3rd horsepower, but I don't think I need nothing that crazy. Once in a while these slip, so make sure the Allen bolts are nice and tight, but it's not a big deal. I just tighten it once in a while. It's 3/4 weatherproofing plywood. I thought it would be strong, that it wouldn't bow. But of course, every time it rains, I don't know if you can tell by the angle here, it slightly bows every time it rains. So this way, this is why I have these long bolts so I can adjust the tension on it. Today, however, I put these 2x4s in because it seems like every time it rains, it'll keep bowing, and eventually I'll run out of room to extend it. So hopefully these 2x4s prevent the bowing from happening, and I don't have to adjust this anymore. Some last touches I did. I put an outdoor electrical switch, so I can easily turn it on and off. A little hanger, put the extension cord here so it's out of the way, it's not on the ground so it doesn't get wet. I found this extra hook so it holds my tools when I'm not using. And let's see how it works. Turn it on. My pile of dirt. It's a big pile. I'm trying to get rid of it. I need to put some rocks in the hole over there. I'm building a patio. I need some dirt to even out the yard. It kind of worked out. I'm sure I won't get rid of all of it, but I'll make a big dent in it. Something I forgot to mention. When I built the frame, I built it on an incline. So no matter where I am in the yard, the rocks always travel downwards. I don't have to prop it up with blocks and whatnot. Your drum doesn't have to be really long. One of the videos I saw on YouTube has 4 bicycle rims, if I'm not mistaken. And it must be 2 times the 36-inch length. And it was really long, but if you notice, as soon as I put the dirt on the drum, it falls down. The rocks kind of travel. The rocks don't matter, so you need to travel long and short as long as they get out of the way. And last thing I have to add, this plastic piece over here. Without this here, most of the dirt will come forward and kind of mount up in front of the wheelbarrow. So this kind of forces the dirt to go downwards. It's a $2.50 inexpensive piece of some sort of leather flashing for siding. Picked up at Home Depot. And that's it. So I'm going to pull out the wheelbarrow. You can see that the rocks filled up, and here's the dirt out of the wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow full of nice dirt. I can spread evenly over my uneven yard. You can see it's kind of powdery. It has just enough little pebbles in it to make it nice and not too soggy when it rains. I wish I had bigger rocks, but unfortunately I don't have a choice because the only mesh you could find is I think that's a 1/2 inch squares. I prefer to have an inch squares. If I cut out holes, I think it'll weaken the area, and the big rocks will probably knock it over. When shopping for the parts you need, like I said before, these wheels, the caster wheels, come from Harbor Freight. The zip dies came from Harbor Freight. Now the zip dies, some are fatter than others. You got to make sure that whatever you get fits the holes. If you get them too wide, they won't fit. These were fairly easy, so these were good. And then they haven't broken yet, so that's good. The chicken wire, it was hard to find. Home Depot and Lowe's only had 4-foot lengths, and a 26-inch rim comes out to about 5 feet, which was actually good. I was able to overlap it a little bit to reinforce it. And for the looks of it, I might have to go buy another one soon because I noticed some of the welds are ripping. This could be because of the large rocks. For some reason, I like to see travel down the tube and I throw them in here. So I stopped throwing the big ones when I see one. I just bypass it to the cart. But so make sure that when you buy the wire, don't waste your money. You need at least 5 feet. I found mine at a local hardware store. I believe it's 6 foot long, which is why I got the overlap a little bit. The belt came from AutoZone. Usually I go to Advanced Auto Parts for everything that I need car related. I first measured the circumference that I needed with a rope, and the rope came out to, I believe it was 98 inches. I'm sorry, it came out to 99 inches, which I think that's what that belt means, 990. But Advanced Auto stopped at 980. Luckily, when I tried AutoZone, they had a 990 belt. I believe it went up to 1,000 to 100 inches that AutoZone carries. Of course, if you have a different platform on top, you probably need a different length. Just make sure you measure with a rope first and see what the length is. But that's about it. So hopefully you like my video. Press subscribe. Occasionally I'll update some videos. Usually they're mostly car related. So if you're just into home building stuff, I guess don't worry about it. But thank you though. Bye.